Hello everyone, welcome back to Video Game Classroom. My name is Patrick, and this is Hidden Gems. So this is going to be a monthly series where I take a look at a game that had an impression on me, and one that was, overlooked or just kind of lost in the shuffle of all the crazy big budget releases. It may be a newer game, it may be an older game, it may even be like a AAA title. More often than not, it will be an indie game, but really this series is just to kind of help bring those lesser known games out of the shadows and into the light and kind of show you why they're worth playing. It's kind of funny I use the words shadow and light because they are actually very present in the game I'm talking about. And the first game I'm going to be talking about is Luna the Shadow Dust. Now, Luna the Shadow Dust is a classic point-and-click adventure. It is hand animated and it's frame by frame shot. It is very beautiful to look at, and I know that this process is one, very expensive, and it's also very painstakingly difficult. So I really appreciate the studio that did this. They are a newer studio based out of London or somewhere in Great Britain. They are called Lantern Studio, and not to be confused with Lantern Studios, who I found on Twitter, and I don't know if they make games, but I didn't want to get it wrong. It was kickstarted for about £12,000. It ended up raising about $17,000. So it's definitely good to see that there's still a market for these classic point-and-click games. So if you're definitely a fan of things like Grim Fandango, The Curse of Monkey Island, or even something more recent, a Kickstarter game itself, Broken Age. If you really enjoy those games, then you're probably going to love Luna the Shadow Dust. And I just think that after playing so many games that involve mostly shooting people in the head or murdering them, it's really great to just kind of sit back with what I like to call like a tea game, right? You sit back, you relax, you have your nice cup of tea or coffee like I've got right here, and you can just kind of enjoy the story. It's not 75 hours long. You don't have to, invest all of your soul just to get through one narrative. And I really appreciate that. And I appreciate these games. I wouldn't say I'm the biggest fan in the world of this genre, mainly because it involves puzzles. And if you know one thing about me is, and you've probably seen in my past videos, I'm not big on puzzle games. I love certain puzzle games like Jonathan Blow's The Witness from 2016. I love Portal 2, but they fill me with frustration beyond belief. That side of my brain just does not work. So even in a game like Luna the Shadow Dust that I love, I was still running into certain roadblocks, and that's not the game's fault. That's just me. That's how I am. So that definitely holds it back a bit for me, and especially this genre overall. Like, I can't always play a point-and-click adventure, but this one just came out at the right time, right place. It's only available on PC right now. So if you have PC or Mac, you can play it. Anywhere else, unfortunately, it's not available. Hopefully that'll change soon, and we'll see it on, the digital stores for Xbox or PlayStation or Nintendo Switch. I would really love to see this game get a little more attention because it is so beautiful to look at, and it's a lot of fun to play. There are a few puzzles that I found as your character goes room to room that I wasn't sure why they were the way they were. So like, now don't get mad at me, but I have a huge shame, and that's that I look up a lot of solutions to puzzles. If I can't figure it out within about 10 minutes or so, I'm probably gonna look something up. And there were a few times that I did it in Luna the Shadow Dust, and I would look it up and I would get the solution, and I'd wonder like why that was the solution. Why, like, where was a hint? Why did me rotating those certain emblems make any sense? And sometimes I couldn't even figure out the mechanic. I was like, well, why does it work like that? So there are a few instances where I didn't enjoy that, and the story itself is very simple and straightforward because it is wordless. It's just actions happening on the screen only every once in a while. But there are a few flashbacks and a few like certain scenes where I'm like, huh? What's happening? But thankfully they are few and far between, so you don't have to get too caught up in them. You can just kind of sit back, enjoy the story. Basically, it's just a boy and his little cat, dog-like creature that follows him around. You solve puzzles together, and you work your way to the top of a tower to beat back a dark, evil presence. Definitely, like I said, something that you want to invest your time in. Usually it goes on sale. I got it about 20% off, and I've seen it on my wish list a couple times, about 20% off. I just thought, now's the time. I feel like I'm really in the mood for something a little more laid back, a little more chill, and I want to play one of those old classic point-and-click adventure games. It's kind of like the JRPGs for me. Every once in a while, one comes along, and I gotta go for it. So yeah, that will wrap up our first episode of Hidden Gems. Definitely check out Luna the Shadow Dust, and I will see you next time. Hey everyone, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like and a comment down below. You can also check out some of my other videos that I've posted. My channel's just gotten started, but it's going to be all about video games. Everything from collections to top 10 lists. I'm going to do things like love letters, more hidden gems, and I'm also doing long-form criticisms and critiques on more modern games. You can find the one on Last of Us 2 on my channel, and I've got another one coming up on Ghost of Tsushima very shortly. I have more videos planned, and I'm going to continue to release a video each week. You can also catch me on Twitch 5 days a week, Wednesday through Sunday, around 11 a.m. Eastern to about 3 p.m. I stream a variety of games, everything from indie titles to modern AAA blockbusters. So definitely stop by, check the channel out, and I will see you next time, and there goes my cat.